It's an old video projector. It's an old video projector. Jinkies! It's a closed-circuit TV camera hooked up to that projector. It's an old video projector. I kind of feel bad for the clones now, having to carry so much in. This photo was probably useful somewhere, but this photo was probably aha. Aha. Sim, sim, salabim. What? The Devil's Toy Box? How can this be?
The Devil's Toy Box? They said the toy box had been destroyed.
Yeah, well, they say a lot of things.
Talking clone? Oh, now I see. You have come to make things difficult for me again. Yes, Sam?
You might as well give up, Skunk Ape. Once Stinky's done with you, you'll be tossed out like yesterday's bacon fat.
Nonsense. She has been madly in love with me from the moment she saw me. Animal magnetism like this. You can't just turn it off, you know?
How do you think I feel? Hand over that toy robot, and I'll think about turning the toy box over to you.
You're hardly in a position to make demands, Sam. Why should I turn over this toy instead of simply taking what...
Because I'll shoot you full of lead if you don't.
Sam, your earth bullets bounce off my hide like the gentle caress of a refreshing spring rain. But please, do your worst.
Well, this is awkward. I seem to have left my gun in my other pants. Because that robot is the only thing that... Because if you don't, I'll blow up the toy box once and for all.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare. The explosion would destroy you along with half the city.
I'd destroy half of any city to save my best pal. Besides, I'm using a loaner body.
You're serious?
I'm just crazy enough to do it.
No, here! Take the robot. Just keep that bomb away from the toy box.
There!
Antimatter bomb disabled. Containment protocols canceled.
What is he doing?
Now I better get this robot into Max's brain before Skunk Ape realizes he's been flamboozled. It's that toy robot that sends stuff back to the dark. It's a big hunk of rock.
Left over from all the secret tunnels those lovebirds were having the mole people dig to pull off.
You got everything under control here, Flint?
Ah, this is as easy as picking lice from a hobo's.
Did you hear that? Again with the hobos. What's his problem?
Don't kill that one, Flint. That's Grandpa Stinky.
No problem, Sam.
Sam to rescue team. Sam to rescue team. Robot acquired. Eat me. Over.
Roger that.
Skunk Ape put this thing back together himself, so I hope it still works.
Once we blast away that dark matter, we should have enough time to remove the... Uh-oh. I think my water just broke.
Pennies?
Sam, we've got to get out of here. Now.
But Max is...
There is no way I'm having this baby inside a horrible monster!
That horrible monster is my best friend, and we're running out of time to save him. What do we do?
Save Sybil. 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 Save Sybil.
My friends, the most wondrous thing has happened.
It hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to unless we move.
What? Oh, yes, the baby. Whatever. No, my friends, the wondrous thing is that Max has actually committed a selfless act. Who's this guy?
He's the personification of Max's superego.
Ah,
Makes sense.
that means he's more than just pure id. He's capable of self-sacrifice. I've made a terrible mistake. Max is worth saving after all.
Told you so.
Go. Save Sybil. I will stay here and remove this wretched tumor.
But how do we get out of here in time?
Huh? No doubt there's something in here you've overlooked.
Are you sure you're qualified to remove Max's tumor?
Sam, I narrated the entire series of brain surgery for brain deficients on VHS. Of course I know what I'm doing.
It's Max's collection of ideas. A killing comes to Murdersburg. Oh, this is the hard-boiled noir fanfic. It's Max's heartfelt Inuit coming-of-age story. Are you there, Great Bear Spirit? It's me. Why does Max have tear ducts? I can't remember the last time I saw him cry. Well, except when he was trying to lull his prey into a false sense of security. It won't do any good unless Max is crying, though. This tear duct should be big enough to fit all of us. Even Sybil. Man, I cannot get over how huge she is. It won't do any good unless Max is crying, though.
Knutschluck wiped the last remaining ichor and blubber from his carving knife, then sat down on the one patch of ice not covered by walrus intestines. Why so
This tear duct
sad?
should be big enough to
asked
even
Paco, his
Sybil.
faithful dear
Man,
Tick
I can.
companion.
It won't do any
It
good
was
unless
a
Max is
clean
crying,
kill.
though.
I know, sobbed Knutschluck, but there was no one here to see it.
This must be for Max's inner monologue.
Still analog for the warm, rich sound. Knutschluck was 13, and his body was going through a strange transformation. Hair had begun to pop up in weird places.
This tear duct
and
should
a
be big
line
enough
of
to even Sybil.
razor-sharp quills.
Man,
Why
I
so
cannot
sad?
get over how it
asked
won't do any
Paco.
good unless
These
Max is
changes
crying,
are
though.
perfectly normal for an Inuit your age. I know, sobbed Knutschluck, but I was hoping for leathery bat-like wings. Knutschluck glanced back to see his igloo engulfed in flames. The muffled screams of the Zebulon invasion force still barely audible over the intermittent explosions of propane tanks. As he held the Eye of Zinthar aloft and watched
That's Max's
the
gripping
sunlight
historical
reflected
fiction
off the
thriller, The
sparkling
Eli Whitney
souls
Dilemma.
trapped inside,
Also,
Knutschluck
coincidentally, the name of
realized
Max's
he had
experimental
become a
fusion
man.
jazz band.
He plunged the sword of judgment into the still twitching body of a Zebulon drone. Today has been a good day, thought Knutschluck. Knutschluck wiped the last remaining ichor and blubber from his carving knife, then sat down on the one patch of ice
Now
not
that I think
covered by
about it, I don't
walrus
think I've...
intestines. Professor Robert von Ungwent flashed his ID card at the receptionist of the National Institute of Historical Science. Robert turned the crank one last time, and the ghost of Zachary
So
Taylor
what's the quickest
slowly
way out of
faded
it,
away.
20?
Save Remember
Sybil.
what's on the 14-cent first-class airmail stamp from 1922, the Spectre drone before disappearing? The St. Louis Arch, screamed Sophia in excitement. That means we finally... Knutschluck was 13, and his body was going through a strange transformation. Hair had begun to pop up. Knutschluck glanced back to see his igloo engulfed in flames. The muffled screams of the Zebulon invasion force
Any
still
ideas how we
barely
can get
audible
out of
over the
here?
intermittent
None that aren't
explosions of
unspeakably
propane.
unsanitary.
As he held the Eye of Zinthar aloft
So
and
what's the
watched
quickest
the
way-
sunlight
Saves.
reflected off the sparkling souls trapped inside, Knutschluck realized he had become a man.
This tear duct should be big and even Sybil.
Plunged the
It won't
sword
do
of
any good
judgment
unless
into
Max
the
is
still
crying, though.
twitching body of a Zebulon drone. Today has been a good day, thought Knutschluck.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen Max cry since he hit puberty. That's when he discovered guns. This tear duct, even so, it won't do any good unless...
Knutschluck wiped the last remaining ichor and blubber from his carving knife, then sat down on the one patch of ice not covered by walrus intestines. Why so sad? Asked Paco, his faithful deer tick companion. It was a clean kill. I know, sobbed Knutschluck, but there was no one here to see it.
Can you really perform brain surgery?
Not with you.
Now that I think about it, I don't think...
Flint Paper leaned back in his chair and poured himself another fifth of pineapple schnapps. He'd just killed a great white shark with his bare hands and was about to skin it to upholster another different chair.
This tear duct
when
should be big enough
she
to
was
fit
tall,
even Sybil.
real
Won't do any
tall,
good unless
and
Max
pretty
is crying.
too. Plus, she had 2 eyes, which were both locked on Flint.
Amazing. I'm hearing what Max...
You've gotta help me, Flint Paper, she screamed hysterically, sneezing into a frilly handkerchief while thinking about shoes and decorating. My father, the... Knutschluck was 13, and his... Knutschluck was 13, and his body was going through a strange transformation.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen Max cry since he hit puberty. That's when he discovered guns.
Had sprouted along his spine. Why so sad? Asked Paco. These changes are perfectly normal for an Inuit your age. I know, sobbed Knutschluck. But I was hoping for leathery bat-like wings.
Must be a cellular phone. All right, everybody, let's load up and make a quick getaway. Good luck, Max's superego. We're all counting on you.
Don't worry, Sam. I'll have Max back to his normal, impetuous, wonderful self in 5 minutes. Just go, and hurry.
Sam, you have to get out now. The maintrons will impact in 4 minutes.
Why aren't we moving?
Wait a second. This isn't the tear duct. Well, that was thoroughly unpleasant. Gesundheit!
Let's get you to the hospital, Mrs. Pandemic Lincoln.
Ugh. That's Lincoln Pandemic?
Could you keep it down? Our head is killing us!
Quick, Giant Max, get out of there! The last Maintron is headed your way! He saved the city. But where did he go?
I almost had everything, and then you had to start slobbering over a stupid piece of rock.
For the last time, my queen, I will get you a diner on the next world we conquer. Just get me far away from... Didn't I tell you to get rid of that cell phone already?
Who could possibly be calling me?
Max?
Realign the mitochondrial plasmoid transference sequence. Oh, who am I trying to kid? I'm making all this up as I go along. Anyway, I've adjusted the cloning tank, so we should be able to bring Max back as good as new.
Great, Dr. Mama Bosco. Let's do it.
I'll just need a sample of his DNA.
Don't worry, Grandpa Stinky. I'm sure Mama Bosco will find some way to get you back into your real body.
Ah, no rush. I could get used to this one. I just wish I hadn't left my keys in the other body's pants.
Try this, Mama Bosco.
Perfect. This should only take a few minutes. That should do it.
Welcome back, little buddy. What happened?
It looks like Max's DNA is just too weird for my machines to be able to reproduce. There's nothing we can do. I'm sorry, Sam.
Tough break, Sammo. At least he went out saving the universe.
As president, I'd just like to offer my... I can't do this now. I just can't.
Super Ball, come back!
Oh, hi, Sam.
Holy beer-battered princes of Maine and kings of New England in a glass-bottom boat with a trip-hop DJ and the second runner-up in the Miss Teen Oklahoma pageant. It's past Max in a time-traveling elevator.
What's shaking?
Max! I thought you were... Wait a second, where's the past me?
Oh, yeah, about that. We were on a case, and you got turned into a giant monster with electromagnetic powers, so I kind of had to blow you up. It was horrible. So, want to stop some crimes?
Let's!
Ooh, push all the buttons. I want to scatter some dental retainers throughout the fossil record and see how long it takes anybody to notice.
You crack me up, little buddy.